Why do some people snore?
Snoring is the sound that happens when part of the respiratory system moves or vibrates as we breathe during sleep. The vibrations can happen if the airways are narrower than usual or if there is some kind of blockage. As the air passes, it can cause structures such as the uvula or soft palate to shake, which creates a sound. The sound can range from a soft snuffle to a grating snore. Depending on the cause of the problem, snoring treatment may be able to help. Why do we sometimes sleepwalk?
The exact cause of sleepwalking is unknown, but it seems to run in families. You're more likely to sleepwalk if other members of your close family have or had sleepwalking behaviors or night terrors. The following things can trigger sleepwalking or make it worse: not getting enough sleep, stress and anxiety, infection with a high temperature, especially in children, drinking too much alcohol. Someone who is sleepwalking may get out of bed and walk around, sit up in bed and open his or her eyes, have a glazed, glassy-eyed expression, not respond or communicate with others.
Climbers bend forward while climbing mountain. Why?
When you are climbing a hill, if your ankle angle remains at 90 degrees, your center of mass will actually be behind your feet, because the hill is not flat. Your body angle will be hill angle plus 90. Since your mass is behind your feet, this will cause you to fall backward. If you lean forward, angle less than 90 degrees, then your mass is back over your feet, and you retain your balance.
Why climbers get their food by climbing on other trees?
Climbers are cheats. They climb over other plants to reach sunlight without wasting energy on growing their own self-supporting shoots. Climbing plants normally start by creeping along the floor until they reach a stem. Although the point of climbing is to escape the shade, some tropical climbers begin by growing away from the light, because this makes them more likely to reach a tree trunk. Once they touch something, the physical contact triggers chemical changes that stimulate the climbing behavior, and the plant begins to grow against the direction of gravity.
Vitamin D is the essential component of the body. Why?
It is a fat-soluble vitamin that has long been known to help the body absorb and retain calcium and phosphorus. Both are critical for building bone. Also, laboratory studies show that vitamin D can reduce cancer cell growth, help control infections, and reduce inflammation. Spend time in sunlight. Vitamin D is often referred to as the sunshine vitamin, because the sun is one of the best sources of this nutrient. The best food sources of vitamin D are oily fish, including salmon, mackerel, and sardines.
The weight of the object is less at the equator than at the poles. Why?
The weight of a body is the product of mass and acceleration due to gravity on Earth. The mass of a body remains constant, but acceleration due to gravity is inversely proportional to the radius of Earth. The radius of Earth is maximum at equator, hence, acceleration due to gravity is minimum at equator, so, weight of body decreases at equator. The radius of Earth is minimum at pole, hence, acceleration due to gravity is maximum at pole, so, weight of body increases at pole.
The dogs pant, the birds open their mouth, and the elephants move rapidly their ears. Why?
The reason why dogs and birds pant through their mouths and elephants flap their large ears is to reduce their temperature. Some animals can sweat through their skins and cool themselves as this sweat evaporates from their skin. However, dogs, birds, and elephants, and perhaps some other animals, cannot sweat, so they either evaporate water in their mouths or pump blood into their radiator-sized ears to cool themselves.
A geostationary satellite appears standstill to a viewer on the equator of Earth. Why?
Geostationary orbit, GEO, communications satellites allow radio, television, and telephone transmissions to be sent live anywhere in the world. They are extremely important in daily life and also for military applications. Since satellite communication is an expensive technology addressing crowd of people, it is critical to improve the performance of this technology. GEO satellites are at 35,786 kilometers from Earth's surface, situated directly over the equator. A satellite in a geostationary orbit, GEO, appears to stand still in the sky, in a fixed position with respect to an observer on the Earth, because the satellite's orbital period is the same as the rotation rate of the Earth. The advantage of this orbit is that ground antennas can be fixed to point towards the satellite without their having to track the satellite's motion.
Why do the stars twinkle?
Stars do not really twinkle, they just appear to twinkle when seen from the surface of Earth. The stars twinkle in the night sky because of the effects of our atmosphere. When starlight enters our atmosphere, it is affected by winds in the atmosphere and by areas with different temperatures and densities. This causes the light from the star to twinkle when seen from the ground.